Continuous improvement to me means to look at all the business processes and pick the business processes that are going to provide the most benefit to the client, and then based on that, address those, improve those, and then move on to the next item that will provide the best benefit. Continuous improvement doesn't mean solving everything all at once. It means continuing to identify what the highest benefit and return and efficiencies are, and continuing to address those, refine those, make them more and more efficient in the process. I think there's a couple of steps involved. First of all, is to look at what the biggest challenges that they're currently having, and what of those challenges they can address that was going to provide them with the biggest benefit. So by identifying some of the biggest challenges in the company, which involves all aspects of the business, all people in the business, then they can address those biggest challenges that are going to provide the biggest benefits. And then after that, once some of those challenges are addressed or improved or made more efficient, to move on to the next whatever is going to provide the next benefit. So, I can talk about the things like communication internally, support from all levels of the organization to make sure that continuous improvement. But really, I think the action plan and actually addressing the items that can be made more efficient or that can be improved on an ongoing basis speaks for itself. Off the bat, we are a Microsoft partner, so we use the Microsoft tool set from Business Central to the Power Platform, including Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, to automate and improve some of those processes. Having said that, I will say that those are just tool sets. So addressing the right things in the process, whether that be refining the process, providing different information, having the flow through an organization be different or enhanced, are all critically important in process improvement. So we do use the Microsoft tool set as much as possible, but there are many different aspects to the process improvement, including people, including the physical flow and the tools that we use. I think the two most important things are communication with their internal team, as well as engagement. And although they interact, they're not quite the same thing. So communication being when we come in and we're helping out, we want everybody to know why we're there, why we're asking questions, why we're digging into the things that they do, and how we can help them. Engagement is more than just the communication, us asking questions, but interacting with all of the staff at all levels to understand what they're doing in their role and how we can help them improve things, whether that be through discussions around their processes, change in how they receive or get data, or how they communicate or interact with other people in their organization. So yeah, I think communication and engagement are the two biggest aspects. Continuous improvement and business process optimization, from a terminology's perspective, definitely interact with each other. I view business process optimization as a defined project and a defined scope, if you will. So if we're attaching attacking a specific project where we're going to help with business process optimization on a specific process, it kind of has a beginning, address what we need to address, and an end result, and a defined scope. whereas business, whereas continuous improvement is really partly a mindset and an ongoing exercise. So it's not a specific project. It's a constant revisit on potentially, the same process multiple times if there's other opportunities for improvement, if businesses change, if business needs change. So it's not just generally a defined scope, but it is an ongoing exercise and a mindset. The methodology that we use starts with us understanding the client's business. So we go in there and rather than just recommending solutions or recommending tools to use, that's why I had previously talked about communication and engagement. Part of the engagement is us understanding what the individuals or different departments or whatnot in the business do. So we really need to understand the business and their business processes before we can start making those recommendations and helping the client addressing some of their biggest challenges and what will provide the biggest benefit in their process improvements. Once we understand the business and the challenges, then we can start to classify, prioritize, and order how things are going to be addressed and make our recommendations based on those priorities and based on the returns that will be seen in whatever we've identified.